Hello, I'm Josh.
I'm Josh.
And I'm not Josh, but together we are
Joshing around in air. Right, gents, hello. Today we are talking about a handicap league we've got going.
Yeah.
To basically so that we can actually play games that are somewhat competitive against Josh Cornford. We are also trying a new drink. We might even mention some things about something that Sam said to me that I now can't remember.
Practicing.
No, that's not this episode. Cool. We'll have a listener question.
We've literally had half a can of beer so far.
That's enough.
No, that's going to be great. Everyone's going to be so excited about the next episode now.
We always are.
There you go. So you guys will be, waiting a long time for that one.
We were so excited one time about hearing an episode that we recorded one that we'd already recorded.
Oh yeah, we did. I think we answered a listener question that we'd already answered before.
No. It was a whole episode about painting.
Oh,
and I was like, guys, I'm sure we've talked about painting before. And I think you'd saved it elsewhere. And you look through and you're like, I can't find it anywhere. We did a whole another one talking about very, very similar stuff.
Yeah. We've got another. Oh yeah, I've got one in the chamber. I've literally got one in the chamber. Yeah, there you go. Right. Well, gents, what are we drinking today?
Well, we got two little beers here.
Lovely.
So the first one is Brewdog have decided to jump on this wave of throwing some fruity flavour in a cheap lager to
Love it.
Make it fancier. So we've got their new cold beer peach lager.
Oof. There we go. Lovely.
Okay, yeah,
considering how much struggle that took, I think that was a good sound.
I'll give you that. It was the angle. It was a difficult angle. Right, let me pass you my glass.
And then we have also got, we're big fans of Jubal here, and we've also got their beer cut with grapefruit, which is delicious. I think their best one.
Oh,
that's 2 for 2.
I'm a bit more of a blood orange guy, but we'll chat. We'll chat about it.
Yeah.
Right, let me pass you my glass.
You do whatever one you want, Sam. I'll drink whatever's left over. What's the listener question?
Right, well, let's have our piece.
Oh, we got to give it a good review first.
Yeah. So bearing in mind, wow, the smell of peach is strong.
Thank you.
Sam, have you poured any for yourself?
I'm going to go for the grapefruit one.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh.
You can smell it, can't you?
That smells like peach snaps. Does not taste like peach snaps.
No. It tastes like it tastes like a beer that's like, and then someone's like dropped some peach essential oil on my tongue. That's what it tastes like. Like they're not part of the same. It's not like the beer is delivering the flavour to my mouth. It's just they happen to be in the same vicinity of one another, if that makes any sense.
So you're drinking beer, but you're surrounded by an aura of peach.
Yes, aura of peach.
Yeah, I feel like
aura
it's
of
like
peach X.
Yeah, it's like an aftertaste of peach. You taste the beer and then you taste the peach. But I must say, they're quite refreshing. 3.5%. I'm looking forward to it. You can drink these in the sun and survive to the evening.
Yeah. It's only 3.8%, so the heat stroke won't affect you too much.
Not too much.
Right, well, I don't have a glass, and so I'm going straight out of the can with this Jubal. I don't think I've ever had a Jubal.
Haven't you?
Yeah, before.
It's nice, man. Enjoy
with
it.
grapefruit. So is this similar to the Elvis juice?
No.
No.
Just drink it, Sam.
Here we go.
Disgusting.
Oh, that's that's a weird. There's like grapefruit at the beginning, and then it rounds out into some sort of like
sweetness.
Tiramisu.
Oh, tiramisu.
It's got something. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I could keep going with that.
It's very drinkable.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, me and Josh split a 48 pack in a jacuzzi.
It was honestly one of the top 10 experiences of my life.
It's quite a lot like juice.
Yeah. Did you ever have shandy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a shandy almost. It's like it's not quite half and half. I think it's still more beer than
But
than
4%.
juice. But yeah. But it's like a strong shandy.
Yeah.
But it tastes
doesn't-
nicer than lemonade.
Yeah, well, it tastes. It's not. It hasn't really got like all of the sharpness it got with grapefruit juice. It's like it's got the flavour of it, but it's smoother than that. It's like, well, maybe it's the peach that is affecting me now. The aura is so great that it's reaching me.
I was on a stag do once, and there was a 19-year-old there, and I asked him if he, we was getting a round of drinks for everyone. I was like, "Oh, what do you want, mate?" And he was just like, "Oh, I don't really know. Don't worry." He'd obviously not really been to the pub that much and not knowing what to order. I was like, "Don't worry, mate. I'll get you something you love." And I got him a Jubal. I spoke to him recently, actually, and he said he's now got all of his mates onto it because he loved it so much. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I should be getting some money from Jubal for this because I am now a brand ambassador.
Right.
I mean, if they want to sponsor this podcast, we'd be well open to that.
Oh, please. We drink Jubal every time.
It's great. The summer's coming up. I've just bought a smoker.
You have, yeah.
Which means I need something that you can drink for like the 10 hours while you're
Yes.
smoking your meat. So it needs to be refreshing, crisp, and able to be consumed for a number of hours. And still, I need to still be able to read the meat thermometer.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the record, Jubal, if you're listening, please do get in touch. Brewdog, if you're listening, we would take you instead, and we would chuck that Jubal to the side in a second. Lidl, if you want to send some of your own brand beer, we'll go in bed with you. Whoever. Lidl's own beer is pretty decent, actually.
It's actually pretty good. I've bought some, and some Aldi ones as well.
I like that cider.
I've been well impressed.
Well, you've had a couple of ciders recently, haven't you?
Yeah,
They're not Copperberg.
Yeah, they're not Copperberg. That was very nice. They're not Josh. I have had they've got like citrus. They do a 4-pack of like citrus orangey ciders. Very nice, very refreshing. Both times with both of their little ciders, it tasted like I was not drinking alcohol. It was very much the hooch experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was the kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But it was wonderful. I recently had an old malt cider.
Oh yeah,
Like a kiwi and lime one. It was honestly like I enjoyed the little one more, and it cost me £7. I mean, it was because it was in the middle of Europe's largest free music festival, so they were upping their prices.
It was Europe's largest free one-day
sorry
music festival. It is a very specific.
Well, there you go. If you're in West London around this time next year, the Hanwell Hootie will be on.
Yeah.
And you'll have a whale of a time. You'll probably see us there.
You will have a whale of a time, but you do need to arrive at the right time and get in, because
Yes.
in the evening it turns into the purge.
So many people. It was ridiculous.
I went out in the evening and decided, I'll swap places. My son wasn't well, and so I'll swap places with my wife, and she'll go out in the evening. And she couldn't get in anywhere, and decided that it would be a more pleasant experience to go to a friend's house instead, because it felt like things were about to kick off.
Oh my goodness.
many years ago, I worked at a pub, and they said the Hanwell Hootie, I think, just clipped out New Year's Eve for their biggest day of the year.
I mean, it's
Oh my
massive.
goodness.
It
It's so
really
big.
is.
And that pub you worked was not even in Hanwell.
Incorrect. It was the right side of the road. The other side of the road was West Ealing.
Sorry, you were one road into Hanwell.
One road in Tamwell. But yeah. They
That
made
is
the most of
crazy.
it.
That is crazy. There you go. Right, well, do you boys want to listen to a question?
Yes, please.
There we go, let me get this up. So, this is from Pete Marston. He says, "Hi, Josh."
Oh, yeah.
Josh and not Josh, /Rob/Sam. Love it. This is a veteran listener of the podcast. As the top 10 listeners seem to be taken by Aaron James Rea. He's done a flipping compendium here. This is amazing. By Aaron James Rea, Dave Richardson, Aaron, another Aaron, Rob, Aaron, Matt, Leo, Chris, and Aaron. I'm applying to be in the top 20 listeners. So, I mean, that is very impressive, Pete. I don't think any of us have ever done that list, but I will save this and put this somewhere. My question is related to the recent, you can tell how long we've been sitting on this question, recent release of the 100k faction update. If the daughter of... this is not where I was expecting this question to go. If the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Order of the Ashen Dawn ended up falling in love with the son of Mr. and Mr. Theist Priest, keeping it diverse and inclusive, love that, would we have a Romeo and Juliet style love issue, or could they be the spark that brings the order and the faith together? Or is there another outcome you guys could see happening? Thanks for all your hard work on the podcast. It's a very enjoyable 45 minutes on my walk to work. Pete, one of the Southampton crew.
Yes.
Well, Pete, we're very glad that you are listening to us and enjoying our, ramblings on the way to work. I think that is a very good question. I think, will the orders and the theist, side of the church be able to forget the red years? It's a little bit of lore for anyone who's interested.
Yes, well, I have accidentally stumbled into the role of Conquest law expert for the Goonhammer website. And so if you peruse that website and you look for any of the law explainers that are related to Conquest, then you'll see that they're written by me. And what you'll see there is a consistent theme across every faction and across the universe that Aya is a part of. Balance that's where Conquest comes from. It's the fact that there's this tension between different sides of everything, which is why there are sub-factions within all of the factions. And so even if the daughter and son of these various elements of the 100 Kingdoms were to connect, literally the universal forces would be so great that any attempt at unity would be pulled into tension immediately. And so while I wish it were true, no, star-crossed lovers, they're not on this occasion, I'm afraid.
Sam, are you saying love does not prevail in the world of Aya?
Yeah.
What stark existence.
That's a very thought through and probably quite accurate answer, because my answer is just going to be pulled towards the fact that my daughter's favourite book is called The Smeds and the Smooths.
Yes, I've actually read this one.
And it's about
space racism.
It is about space racism. She absolutely loves it.
Racism?
And in the story, the star-crossed lovers try and escape on a rocket away together, and then the two families come together to go search for them, and then while they're searching for them, they spend all this time together that they end up getting on, and then they don't find them, so they come back home and they found that the couple who got lost came back home, and then after doing this journey together, they realise that they've got lots of things they can share, and it's a kid's story, so it's a nice happy ending. It's a British kid's story. My daughter is half German, and the German kids' stories do not have happy endings. I mean, they are crazy. They are, If you want an entertaining time, go find some authentic German kids' stories, because they are wild.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, I think so. What basically in that book, I think the two families come together basically through exposure therapy. The fact they've just been slowly exposed to each other. Yeah, so maybe, who knows? Maybe if the daughter of, I'm just fascinated. What would the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Order of the Ashen Dawn be? Like, would she start off as like a mounted squire, or like would it be like an Order of the Sword kind of situation? Like you don't get your horse until you come of age. I wonder what the deal is there. Like, are you just inducted into the order because you are the son and daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Order of the Ashen Dawn?
Yeah, that feels more right, doesn't it? It feels wrong for, like, if you're the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ashen Dawn.
Like, maybe you don't get blessed straight away. You got to wait to re-roll your defense rolls.
Oh, that is an intimidating person to be around in the playground, isn't it?
I mean, you got two parents who are very high achievers. I mean, you know, yeah, they're going to be helicopter parents. Let's be real.
No, I feel like they're the opposite. Off to boarding school at 7.
yeah, that is true.
Come back when you can ride a horse and slay people in battle.
Yes, yeah, the military school.
Yeah, if you can't take a hit from a Hellbringer Drake, then I don't want to. I will disown you. Oh, there you go. Well, thank you very much, Pete. That's a great question. So I think one thing we wanted to chat about was our little handicap league that we kind of just had I think, Josh, was it you had a little premonition of how this should exist, and we kind of went with it and ran with it. I think what it sparked off, you wanted to do a 1,500 point game, didn't you?
Yeah, I just thought one time I was like, I think Spies are in a bit of a weaker place, and the last few games against Sam had been quite one-sided. And I thought, oh, what about if I try a 1,500 point list and just see, you know, how close I could do, you know, how close I could get. And then when I wrote up, it got us talking about, what about the idea of doing like a handicap system, like in golf? And like, I remember when I got into golf, I used to play against a guy who was far, far better than me. But because you play with your handicap score, you can actually have a competitive game, see who wins, because you've got this kind of balance that means, you know, the points you get depending on how many shots you get in is different. And so we started talking about, what about this idea of like, I don't know, every time you win, you have to play with 50 points less next time, and every time you lose, you get to play with 50 points more. So I know we went back and forth on like how many points over 2,000 points you could get to, you know. There probably should be a cap somewhere. But it just meant hopefully you might get to like balance games where, I don't know, you're way more experienced in the game, someone's relatively newer, you end up playing consistently 200, 300 points less than them. But the idea is that you should win 50% of your games roughly. And so if you find the right sweet spot, then you could kind of win, lose, and you'll probably bounce between two different levels.
Yeah, so I mean, eventually we'll get to a point where, you know, me and Sam are on 3,000 points and Josh is rocking up with 50-point armies.
I mean, we can check our stats now, though. Do you know what your stats are? You have that accessible?
Is in my win rate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I can open up my tabletop battles.
Pretty quickly bring mine up, and I'm reasonably confident that I am a significant distance away from 50%.
Okay.
I think I was 32%. No. Oh, well, yeah, so we played. There we go. That's the reason.
Yeah.
I'm 29.7% win rate at the moment. And just one of those wins was me playing at 2,000 points and you at 1,500.
Do you know what the other win was? You beat me when I played Sorcerer Kings for the first time.
You didn't know the rules, yes. Yeah, but I mean, all of this. The previous time that I'd beaten Josh, we were comparing this. When was the last time that I beat you, Josh? It was quite some time ago. And he went, oh yeah, I remember that list. That was like the jokey one that I pulled together.
Oh, that's salt in the wound, that is.
I didn't mean it. Oh man.
I'm perfectly happy with my place in the trio. And if there's a way for me to actually play and win every so often, that would be nice as well.
Sam, I think you've just... Do you know what, Sam? You are the best of us, because I feel like if I was in your position, I would be just not wanting to play. I think there was a point in Conquest where I just kept losing games. I was like, I might stop playing this game. This is just so horrible. I think it was, you know what the pinnacle, it was that episode when we were talking about losing and I dropped that Ashen Dawn on the floor. I was like,
That was not.
I think this is it for me.
Yeah.
But you just take them in your stride, mate. Like every time you got a smile on your face at the end. You say, "Oh, good game. You know, this went well, that went well." And I think you props to you, Sam. You got a great attitude.
Oh, we were talking about this the
I think
other
a lot
night.
of people noticed you won an award for being such a good, good sport at a tournament. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Sam,
You truly are the best of us,
Keep
Sam.
on coming back. Well, no, I said this to you the other day, didn't I? That I've got quite an intense life. Like, I got an intense job. I've got lots of kids. Like, everything in my life is pretty full on. I don't get to play Conquest as much as I would like to. And so I've just made the decision in my head. I enjoy playing this game, for goodness sake. And so if I roll a dice and they all come up sixes, cool. I've just decided I like rolling the dice. I like looking at the little colours and the numbers on the tops and just moving the models around. That's it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I feel like I'm like reasonably clever and should be able to figure out how to play this game. And I look at my stats and realise that's just not true, or it just doesn't come out in the game or something.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I insist on enjoying Conquest.
You insist well, Sam.
Thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, my win rate's 60%. So I'm pretty.
Is that right?
I was honest. I'm so surprised. I'm very surprised. I think it's because I started playing 100 Kingdoms after the rework, and they've been doing quite well for me. So I feel you, Sam. I feel 100k before the rework. My win rate was not that good. It was really not that good. I think I went to it. I mean, you did better than me at LGT. You got 3 and 2, and I got 2 and 3.
If you look at my history, it goes losses all the way back to LGT, and then I win those, and then before it's losses again.
So you turn up when you need to, Sam. Basically, that's what it is, and then you just give us all a good time. Yeah, you're that generous that your brain just chills out a little bit too much when you're at one of our houses, and then you go to LGT and you're like, it's game time.
Yeah. All the dice come up for me. I mean, they often do, don't they? Let's be honest. 1s and 2s is my speciality.
Oh, I've never met a man who can roll 1s and 2s better than Sam. I mean, it is incredible.
That last game, it was actually infuriating. Like, it was multiple times you rolled nearly 50% 1s and 2s.
But it's also
There was one time I did it 100%.
Yeah.
What was it?
Was it my roll? I think I might have rolled for you or something. I was on your team.
Yeah.
I remember I did one. I don't think it was 100%. I think the one you did was 100%. It was insane.
Yeah, I remember that was like eight dice.
The most frustrating part is you roll for 1s and 2s so often because your evasion 2 on a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Your force grown drones end up rolling for 2s on attacks and defense.
Yeah.
And you're just like you're fishing for those 2s and you're getting them. It's impressive, Sam. Impressive.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, well, I don't really have much else to say. You go up points, you go down points, it evens out, and then we'll see where we're at. We'll do another episode. We'll do this for, I don't know, how long do you want to do this for, guys? Maybe like a couple months, see where we are?
Yeah, a couple months. I think it'll be good to see. I think it'll be interesting to see if different armies this works differently for. So like one I was thinking of was like, to me, Old Dominion gets significantly better the less points.
Oh yes, of course.
I think like Old Dominion at 1,500 points, I would actually...
It's actually stronger because it's at 1,500 points.
I mean, if you get to 1,000 points with Old Dominion, you are like straight tier 3.
Against 1,000 points, yes. It's overperforming for what
it's overperforming for what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't think 1,000 points ever going to win against 2,000 points.
I think what you're getting at basically is an Old Dominion army at 1,500 points, which is easier to get Dark Empowerment tokens. Is it as strong as an army at 2,000 points?
Yeah.
Which I think...
I mean, what I'm taking away from this is you and me should go up and down by 50 points,
yeah.
and then you should go down. You should just go down.
You're only allowed to go. Even if you win, you just go down less. Right, well, there we go.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And if anyone ends up trying it in their local area, let us know if you got any feedback, thoughts, comments.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing I could imagine doing to refine it one step further was I feel like you might end up bouncing a lot, as we said earlier, if you win, lose. So I think the only other way you could refine it better would be like if you get 2 wins or 3 wins in a row, you go up or down 50.
Yeah.
And then that way you might get to a more consistent place.
Oh, okay. So you go 10 for the first game.
So, like, for example, I've just had a look. My win streak is like 9 games. So I've won the last 9 games. So I should have to go down to 1850. But then post that, you'd have to win another 3. And then it means if you got to a point where you started winning 1, losing 1, winning 1, losing 1, you would just find your place where you're sitting at fairly consistently.
Right, okay. So you just get to the point quicker by... Oh, if I win twice in a row, instead of going down 10 points on that second time, I go down 50.
Well, no, I'd always do it at the 50 points. But
we're doing 50 points at a time.
The idea of just having it so that you're not constantly bouncing between 2, because then it means if you spend more time, okay, 17, let's say 1750 is roughly where you end up landing at for a while. You can start designing multiple lists around that point, and you're not constantly bouncing.
It's difficult to add 50 points.
Yeah.
Stuff,
So that's the only way I thought you could refine it, but it then does get very slow to take effect. Like, for example, winning 9 games in a row, right? It's like a ton of wins to drop 150 points. It would take you a very long time to work out where your place is.
So we could accelerate it a little bit by just looking at the last 5 or 6 games.
Yep.
To set us at something.
And start us off at somewhere.
Yeah, which means
reasonable.
I'm coming in 2,200 points.
Come on, Sam. Come on. Yeah, so we can look at the last 5 games and then go play it off with that. Yeah, that could be fun. Cool. There you go. Thank you very much for listening. Let us know if you try it out. If you are wanting to send in any listener questions, other Josh will tell you what our email is.
It is joshingaroundinair@gmail.com.
Great. And not Josh will tell you about our book.
The book is called The Tabletop Miniature Wargamers Handbook and is available on Amazon and in all good bookshops. Please do buy a copy. Yep. We just literally got a message this evening saying, "Oh, you boys use nice microphones on your podcast?" And the answer is yes. So please allow us to be able to buy equipment that allows us to be able to produce the thing.
Yeah, because any audiophiles out there might know that my mic sounds slightly less good than the other 2. So there you go.
We don't include.
If you wanted to sound better, give us money, you fools. Great. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.
See you next time.